Kim Baker, Marketing Campaign Manager for Syngenta Seeds.
And I'm Harry Fordham. I'm Agronomy Stewardship Manager for Europe for Syngenta Crop Protection.
Just tell us a little bit about what you've got here at Cereals this season.
So this year we have a packed stand. We've got everything right from varieties up to grass weed management, disease management. We really want to provide visitors to the stand with an opportunity to discuss all elements of growing a cereal crop, right from variety through to harvest.
Okay, and
we've got some brand new varieties on stand and some brand new crop protection products which we'd like to demonstrate. This year we've launched on a large scale product called Moravis, which we've had great interest in, and we're looking forward to demonstrating it with growers and agronomists alike, along with some of our application technology such as nozzles and brand new packaging technology, EvoPack, which has landed on UK farms this year.
just tell us a little bit more about EvoPack. What will growers like about it?
So EvoPack is a brand new packaging technology released by Syngenta over the last couple of years. We have developed it in order to be fully compatible with the EasyConnect closed transfer system. It's different from our S-Pack system insofar as it's see-through, it's translucent, it has a centre neck, and it means that when growers turn it upside down onto the coupler for EasyConnect, it's much easier to use, easier to manoeuvre, and easier to rinse out as well.
Is cereals the first opportunity for growers to see this?
No, not necessarily. We've been promoting it for the last year or so, but it's the first time we've had EvoPack on cereal farms in the UK is this spring and summer. So it's good that we're going to get direct feedback from growers who have used it this year for the first time.
Now, you mentioned Moravis Plus, new active. Tell us a little bit about the plots you've got here for growers to look at.
So on the stand this year, we have a dedicated disease management area where growers can come and talk about many aspects of disease management, and that of course includes looking at Moravis and how it can help bring certainty to managing the disease in your cereal crop. Moravis has been applied to all the crops on the stand as well, so it's a great opportunity for growers to come and see how great they're looking and what it can do for your cereal crop. But yeah, we're also looking at a more holistic approach to disease management and looking at the different factors that you can take into growing your crop. For example, how even down to which variety you choose can help.
So as part of a successful disease management strategy in a cereal crop, you've got to take into account all number of things, and what we're going to talk about on the stand is things like drill timing. When you drill your crop, we know that later drill crops can have greater risk with things like yellow rust, and earlier drill crops have greater risk with things like Septoria. There's things like obviously varieties. We have a very nice variety called Graham, which is strong on things like Septoria, but we've got other varieties which may have a slight weakness against things like Septoria or rust. And all of those things need to be combined together to take into account your disease management strategy for the year. Obviously, that doesn't ignore the fact that the weather dictates a lot of it as well, and having wet, damp conditions obviously very conducive to Septoria, and having dry, warm conditions can be very conducive to things like rust.
You mentioned varieties. Have you got any new varieties here?
Yes, we have. We've got some really exciting new varieties on the stand. We've got our new Group 1 milling wheat, SY Cheer, which is already getting great support from millers. We've got our new Hyvido hybrid barley varieties, one of which is SY Quantock, which is set to be the new SY Kingsbarn, which we know is a huge hybrid barley variety. And we've also got SY Kestrel, which is a really exciting new BYDV resistant variety, the first of its kind.
Those two barley varieties that you've mentioned, what else will growers like about them?
So SY Quantock has got a great package, agronomic package. As I say, it's set to be the new next SY Kingsbarn. And alongside the specific variety traits, it's a high Vido barley variety. So that means it brings other benefits to farmers in terms of grass weed suppression, nitrogen use efficiency, and ultimately can help contribute to a better return on investment. And then SY Kestrel is the first BYDV resistant barley variety. It's really going to help farmers with tackling the risks that are associated with BYDV.
Let's just talk about cereals. Why is cereals an important event?
I think cereals is really important. It's a great opportunity to farmers to get out and network, but also it's a one-stop shop for all of the agronomy advice they can get. There's obviously all the machinery side of the show as well. It's just once a year opportunity to get out and really build on their knowledge and take away practical advice on back to farm.
The reason I think Syngenta supports cereals so strongly is it gives us a really good opportunity to talk to all types of different growers and farmers and agronomists that we don't necessarily talk to on a regular basis. You can have a grassland farmer from Ireland, or you can have a plain Lincolnshire cereal grower here, and they all have their needs and their desires and their questions, and it gives us a really good opportunity to talk to them on their pain points and their issues. We're very proud to support the sprays and sprayers arena as well, and it's something where our plot it's right next door to, as has been for a number of years, and it gives us a real good opportunity to hear from users of our products, be it operators or agronomists or farm managers, how they use them, the good bits but also the bad bits, and that gives us really valuable feedback to feed back through the Syngenta system and make our products, our solutions, much more user friendly for growers on a day-to-day basis.
And is there anything new for sprays and sprayers this year?
Well, a new thing that happens every year, but we do it is a new person every year, is obviously the Farm Sprayer Operator of the Year Award 2025. So we will be presenting that to whoever wins that, and it's been fierce competition as we go through the year, and the judging process is coming to an end at the moment. There is always interesting innovative technology from the machinery manufacturers. We've been working very closely with a number of them on things like what we call optical spot spray technology, variable rate spray technology, and we may be giving a sneak peek of our brand new nozzle pipeline technology as well. So Syngenta's got a 20 plus year history of developing nozzle technology to accompany our products, and we've had a big push towards grass weed control, and we've recently released an angled nozzle called the 3D90, which is followed on from the 3D and the Defy nozzle prior to that. But we've got a company ambition to increase drift reduction technology availability without mitigating on the efficacy of the products, because that's a potential pain point or issue for growers. And our next target is to try and create a fungicide application nozzle such as the Amistar, but that has 90% drift reduction technology associated with it without compromising on the efficacy of the products, which gives growers ultimate flexibility in application windows, but also means that they know they're going to get the value for money for what they're applying.
You mentioned confidence twice, particularly with Moravis. We've got low disease pressure, it's dry at the moment. What sort of questions do you think you're going to get from growers this season at cereals about the fungicide?
Inevitably, when you have dry seasons, growers ask the question, is it worth investing as much as you're proposing into my crop? You know, I can't see a lot of disease pressure is low, is yield potential there? And I completely understand where they're coming from with those discussion points. We've done, I think, with Moravis more work than I've seen with any other of one of our big SDHI blockbuster molecules, and over the last 6 or 7 years worth of trial data that I've been seeing is that has taken into account years where there's been an awful lot of disease, but it's also taken into account years where there's not been an awful lot of disease. One that springs to mind specifically 2020, which is a spring just like this. We've got plenty of data from those kind of years where the product still demonstrates yield uplift from application even when there is low disease, and you're still talking considerable uplift, which is absolutely worth the investment of product. It keeps the leaf greener for longer and relieves stress, and SDHIs are known to help crops work better in high heat, drought, stress situations, and Moravis is no exception to that. If anything, it's one of the best ones at doing that. So yeah, these questions come up and they're really informative, but I think we would still say that application of these products, even in low disease years, does provide benefit to the grower.
Well, you've talked a little bit about weed suppression and nitrogen use efficiency with the Hyvedo products. Just tell us a little bit about what's actually going on.
Hyvedo brings great benefits in terms of its vigour and its strong root mass underground, and that really helps with scavenging for nutrients. So we're going to be talking about that on the stand, alongside how biological products such as Nuello and Vixaran can really help boost that nutrient use efficiency as well.
And what are those biological products doing?
So products like Nuello and Vixaran, they help to fix the nitrogen that's in the air and make it more digestible for the plant matter. So they can be, they work either on the leaves or in the roots, and they effectively are nitrogen fixing bacteria that make the available nitrogen in the air digestible for the plants.
Can we expect more bioproducts from Syngenta going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's an ever increasing market in the industry. Syngenta, I think, have invested a considerable amount in our biological portfolio, both in the UK but globally. We've got a strong pipeline of biological products that are on the market and are coming through, and yeah, absolutely, there'll be more and more from our business in that area.
And will we see biofungicides in time, do you think?
Yeah, we will. I mean, they will take longer to go through the registration process, because if it's a biofungicide, currently it has to go through the fungicide registration process. But as a result of that, they aren't going to come onto the market as rapidly as our nutrient use efficiency products. But yeah, absolutely, there's biofungicides in the pipeline, and they will be a good option for growers.